Welcome to the Horror Chronicle. This is the case of 37-year-old Victor Kingsley, better known as the man who bombed Queen. Mr. Kingsley, a man who wanted to take revenge on police with homemade bombs, planted a device at a wrong address, resulting in an explosion that claimed the life of an innocent landlord. Prosecutors in his case allege Victor Kingsley was seeking to retaliate against New York police officers who had arrested him back in 2014 for weapon possession charges that were
NYPD officer
later dropped.
This as investigators continue to collect evidence from the home. Eyewitness News reporter NJ Burkett has more live from court in downtown Brooklyn. NJ?
That's right, Diana. They were about halfway through the arraignment when, yes, the prosecutor apparently became physically ill. It did not appear to me in watching all of this that she was terribly sick or that it was terribly serious. She looked a bit pale, perhaps she was dizzy, sat down at the prosecution table for a few minutes, then eventually left the courtroom on her own. The judge called for a recess, and that is where we are at the moment in this very disturbing case. Neighbors were still shaking 24 hours after the arrest, as the bomb squad left their neighborhood with still more evidence.
We were kind of surprised because I've lived on 43rd my whole life, and knowing the fact that somebody was making bombs across the street from me was a little pretty terrifying.
It all began shortly before 1 o'clock yesterday, when federal agents and undercover officers converged on the home from all directions. They knew what he had inside the house, and they were determined to take Victor Kingsley by surprise. Kingsley claimed he had a medical condition, and he was eventually taken from the home, strapped to a stretcher. He is charged tonight with making the bomb that killed George Ray, an elderly Queens resident, last summer. The bomb described in court papers. The destructive device is believed to have been a switch-activated device, which is triggered when an unwitting person attempts to open the package, end quote. But police believe the victim was not the intended target, that Kingsley was trying to kill a New York City police officer and bombed the wrong address. Investigators believe he also intended to target a judge and a prosecutor, revenge over a prior arrest that was dismissed. Neighbors were shocked by the bombing and the motive behind it.
So this is an angry man. It's not worth it. It wasn't worth it. People got hurt. And that's the worst kind of...
After an extensive investigation, on July 28, 2017, Mr. Kingsley was federally indicted on multiple charges such as attempted use of a weapon of mass destruction, based on a fully assembled explosive device. Kingsley was arrested at his Brooklyn residence, in which he shared with his mother. If convicted, he could face a maximum sentence of life in prison or death. Hope you enjoyed the content. For more, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell.